Hi, I'm Stacy, the money teacher, and let's talk tax refunds. So I can picture you sitting at home, eagerly waiting for your 2021 tax refund and wondering what to do with your windfall of cash. According to Kiplinger, the average 2021 federal income tax refund is currently just over $3,300. But whether your refund is $300 or $3,300, let's go through some do's and don'ts. To start with, do have a plan for your tax refund and don't let it disappear, leaving you wondering where it went. Given the current unstable economic climate, record rates of inflation, rising interest rates, and the continuing war in Ukraine, I'm going to suggest that you first play defense with your tax refund this year. Use it to stabilize your family's financial position and prioritize saving and investing versus current consumption. First, some do's. Do fund your emergency fund. An emergency fund is a great place to start a firm foundation for your family's financial plan. If the pandemic reminded us of anything, it was the basic need for an emergency fund. Money may not be able to make you happy, but having an emergency fund definitely can give you breathing room when the unexpected happens. How much should your emergency fund be? Start with $1,000, just as fast as you can save it up. Then work towards a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of your household expenses. Can you feel the relief just thinking about having a fully funded emergency fund? Next, do pay off your debt. If you just received your tax refund and have already saved up your $1,000 starting emergency fund, then the next best use for your refund is probably to pay off your debt. Use the debt snowball and pay off the smallest debts first, or use the debt avalanche and pay off the highest interest rate first. Don't overthink it. Pick a debt and pay it off, or pay it down. If you have no debt, or no more debt, and have a fully funded emergency fund, the next do might be, do you have an immediate need to repair or replace an item? Do you have a leaky roof, an unreliable car, or a less than cold refrigerator? Your tax refund may be best used repairing or replacing something before it becomes an emergency. And you need to use your emergency fund. Next priority. Do add to your savings. Saving will look different based on your season of life. Are you just starting out? You may want to save for an independent living situation. You'll typically need to provide 3 months' rent when you sign a lease. The first month's rent, the last month's rent, and 1 month's security deposit. Already on your own? Then the next step for you might be saving for a house. If that's you, according to the National Association of Realtors 2021 Home Buyer and Seller Generational Trends Report, page 84 if you're a nerd, the median down payment for new home purchases was 12% for all buyers and about 10% for buyers younger than 55 years old. That level of down payment should allow you to get a competitive interest rate and loan terms. But before buying a home, make sure you've saved your fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of household expenses. And I mean your household expenses in a house, not your apartment. Maybe you're ready to save for your kids' education. At this stage, you could investigate a 529 college savings plan. A 529 college savings plan allows families to save for their children's post-high school education with tax-advantaged dollars. I'll soon write a separate post on using 529 plans to save for your children's education. But regardless of the savings vehicle, this is the stage where you might save for your children's education. Are you thinking about changing careers or starting your own business? Maybe you want to participate in the Great Resignation and retrain for a new career, or even start your own business and become your own boss. This is the stage where you could invest in these career shifts. How about some don'ts? Don't splurge spend on expensive items. For most Americans, this is not the time for splurging on expensive items such as cars, boats, and expensive vacations. The instability in the economy this year means most people should consider more conservative spending decisions. Don't pay off debt before saving a starter emergency fund. It may be tempting, especially given rising interest rates, to first use your income tax refund to pay off debts. However, this may not be wise, as current destabilizing economic conditions, inflation, indicate that families should have at least a small amount of savings. Without even just a small emergency fund, the slightest budget hiccup will drive you right back to the credit cards and their astronomical borrowing rates. Another don't forget an upcoming financial commitment. Do you have a family wedding or a graduation coming up? If you've already saved your starter emergency fund, you may want to allocate some of your income tax refund for expenses related to an upcoming event. Before COVID, most families used their income tax refunds for spending and paying off debt. Given the continuing effects of COVID on the economy, record rates of inflation, rising interest rates, and the continuing war in Ukraine, spending your income tax refund in 2022 should probably look more like how you spent last year's tax refund than how you spent your tax refunds pre-COVID. We all want this economic uncertainty to end, and we're all tired of the continuing challenging financial conditions. You are not alone. A recent survey by creditcards.com revealed that 47% of Americans said they do not plan to increase their summer spending. So putting your tax refund towards playing defense and building a firm financial foundation for your family puts you in good company. And don't forget your state refund, if you get one. Add your state refund to your federal tax refund and then follow those steps. What are you planning to do with your income tax refund? Let me know in the comments and click that follow button to learn more about your money.